It tells you everything about the current emotional condition of Pakistan cricket fans that we've just spent 3 days quietly panicking about a group game against Namibia. Be honest, you were nervous, weren't you? Weren't you? I was. Not because I don't expect Pakistan to not beat Namibia, not because Namibia are a bad team, they're not, but because this Pakistan side has spent years teaching us that any match against any opponent can become an emotional endurance test. And this World Cup hasn't given us a proper giant killing yet. I know Zimbabwe beat Australia, but they're both test-playing nations. That's cricket chaos, not an upset in the psychological sense. And of course, Sri Lanka also beat Australia. I know Canada got a win as well. But it's just not the same. It's just not the same. This felt like the kind of game that Pakistan fans have learned to fear. And then Pakistan went and won it by 102 runs, which is suspiciously comfortable. This was Pakistan's most complete performance of the tournament. And the nerves, well, they didn't last very long once Sahibzada Farhan got going. Farhan made 100 not out from 58 balls, 11 fours, 4 sixes, only the second Pakistani to score a century in the T20 World Cup. It's his first century, and he's also, by the way, become the top run scorer in this competition. Well done, Sahibzada. And here's the wild bit. His second 50 runs came off just 20 balls. Namibia were bowled out for 97, so Farhan on his own scored more than Namibia's entire team. That's not a good innings. That's a public service announcement. Pakistan needed a win, or at least a washout, to guarantee qualification ahead of the USA. Remember when they qualified ahead of Pakistan 2 years ago? They removed all doubt today, Pakistan. It wasn't just Farhan. Shadab Khan had a massive influence on the game at both ends. He was promoted up the order ahead of Babar Azam to help Farhan launch late. Nafe, by the way, was also promoted above Babar Azam, but we'll get into that. Together, Pakistan took 78 runs off the final 6 overs. We will talk about Babar batting lower down the order in a separate video because that deserves its own space, its own therapy session, and probably a whiteboard. But let's talk about Shadab, who came out and took 3 for 19 with the ball. One of his wickets came off a stunning diving catch from Saim Ayub at square leg, which felt like a moment that really summed up Pakistan's mood shift. Suddenly, everything was sticking. Then came the spinners. Mohammad Nawaz quietly controlled the middle overs with 1 for 22 from 4 overs. But the real damage was done at the death. Usman Tariq came on late and absolutely dismantled Namibia's lower order with variations that looked borderline unfair. He finished with 4 for 16, his best figures in international cricket, continuing to look impressive, continuing to be talked about. Ruben Trumpelman and Bernard Schultz were both beaten by perfect wrong-uns. William Myberg edged off a leg break. It was the full mystery spinner experience. Now, let's not pretend this was flawless from Pakistan. The power play with the bat, for example, was familiar. Saim Ayub's early runs involved edges and mishits. Farhan's first boundaries came from a misfield and a wild hack. It was one of those Pakistan power plays where you don't necessarily enjoy it, you endure it. But the difference today was what happened after that phase. Once Farhan found his range in Namibia, they didn't really have the tools to contain him. He brought up his half century of 37 balls and then he exploded. 3 sixes in 1 over, back-to-back 4s of slower balls. He reached his maiden T20 International 100 in just 57 balls. The 3rd century, by the way, of this tournament, and the fastest amongst them in terms of acceleration from 50 to 100. Top stuff from Farhan. Totally deserved his Player of the Match award, his second one in this tournament, by the way. Only one other player has taken 2 so far, I think, and that was Blessing Muzarabani. Anyway, let's talk about Salman Ali Agha, the captain. He played a vital supporting role with 38 of 23 balls, helping Pakistan get to 107 for 1 after 12 overs. Even when Pakistan briefly wobbled, losing a couple of wickets in quick succession, Shadab came in with freedom to swing and push the total beyond anything Namibia could realistically chase. Namibia did start their chase with some intent. They were 32 without loss after 4 overs. There were a couple of drop chances. Fahim Ashraf got taken for a 6 over the side screen. It was just interesting to see Fahim bowl after a couple of games of not bowling. 3 games, to be precise. For about 3 minutes, Pakistan fans collectively thought, oh no, not today. Please not today. And then the game just flipped. A run out, a bold dismissal, a top edge, and suddenly the innings collapsed. From there, the spinners took over and Namibia were bowled out for 97. So Pakistan are through to the Super 8 stage of the T20 World Cup. And the next phase of this tournament is where things get properly serious. Pakistan will now face England, Sri Lanka, and New Zealand in their Super 8 group, with 2 of those 3 there's a strong chance, if they win 2 of those 3, there's a very strong chance of reaching the semi-finals. And if Pakistan do get to a semi-final, that match moved from Eden Gardens in Kolkata to the Premadasa in Colombo, from India to Sri Lanka, which means familiar conditions, same pitches, same hotel pillows. That's not nothing. And also, you get to take a match off India, a little bit of payback for the Champions Trophy, plenty of motivation. Keep that in mind. Anyway, today was comfortable, suspiciously comfortable for Pakistan. But for once, fans of Pakistan are allowed to enjoy a win without checking the points table every 5 minutes. We will talk about the Babar position and the batting order another time, because that is a conversation and we do need to have it. But right now, I'm interested to know what you made of that Pakistan performance. Remember, 2 changes made. Shaheen Afridi dropped out of the team today. Abrar Ahmed dropped out of the team today. Khwaja Nafi coming in, as did Salman Mirza, who I think bowled reasonably well as well. What did you make of this game? What would you like to see Pakistan do next in their next 3 games? They have a little bit more rope now. Every game is not do or die as it was in this Namibia game. So they have a little bit of time, a little bit of a chance to just settle. 3 more games, all 3 of which happen in Sri Lanka, and then maybe a semi-final, and maybe even a final. But let's not get carried away. Let's stick to where we are right now. Super 8s, what are your thoughts? How far can Pakistan go? Who should they be including in this team? Make sure you drop me a like and a subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Share this video with other people who might enjoy my review of these matches. And share your thoughts in the comments. Always, always, always love to hear what you guys have to say. But for now, I can tell you, if you're a Pakistan fan, very good news. You're going to the Super 8s.